India's AI Summit 2026 has sparked global debate after a major controversy involving a robot dog showcased as Indian in a certain university. But it's clear that the robot dog was Chinese. Does India have a real indigenous robotic dog technology manufacturing or whatever, and AI innovations? How does it impact India's global technological image? Is it an international embarrassment? Napoleon Singh Shekhawat says, whenever there's hope of coming out of something positive coming out from India, somebody messes up badly. This particular university at the AI summit. So what's the deal? So there is this one university, right? And in this AI summit, they messed up very badly. There is this person who was not even an AI expert or an AI professor, who was a professor of some God knows what other subject, who comes as the spokesperson representative of the university talking about AI, which the person clearly knows nothing about, and then claims that this robot dog is purely indigenously developed in their university by their students through their center of excellence or something like that. And there was some other football drone thing also that they had. They said even that is developed by them. And clearly these are shelf bought products. You can look it up online how much it costs to buy it. And this obviously has given India's enemies a field day on social media and in the media overall, disparaging India and so on. So why does such a thing happen? And what action should be taken? See, if you are a serious country, and if this sort of international embarrassment happens, you will, first of all, ensure that this person who has caused the embarrassment, their academic career is over. It has to be like that. But in the case of this individual, nothing will happen. That person will probably become a star now. And when a university causes, okay, that's about the person, that one person, right? And when a university causes such a horrible embarrassment for the country, that university should be de-recognized and should be penalized very heavily and made an example of, so that nobody else does it again. But once again, nothing will happen because this is India. India is not a serious country. India is not a serious country. And this, what we have seen happen, it's simply a symptom of the actual disease. The disease is the rot and the corruption in India's academic system, education system. India's education system is garbage. It is trash. That's not how you become Vishwaguru, by having a trashy, garbage-like education system. The majority, see, I'll tell you, first of all, before I say that, there are some good professors and academics in India. There probably are some world-class professors and academics in India. And probably there must be some institutions or universities that are world-class, possibly. Okay? So whatever I'm going to say doesn't apply to everybody. There are exceptions. But the overwhelming majority of India's professors, okay, they're rubbish. They're rubbish. Incompetent. They publish some rubbish papers every year. What they do at the higher levels in academia, they will have a bunch of students who work under them. Okay, they will make the students do all the work, and then they will steal the credit. Then when the paper is published, the professor's name will be at the front, the first author, the primary author. The student, if he or she is lucky, will be second, third author or whatever. Often the students don't even get any credit. These professors do nothing, absolutely nothing. They're parasites. And that's the norm across Indian academia. That's the norm. Okay? It's a highly, highly corrupt system. There must be some exceptions, but overall it's a highly corrupt system. What innovation happens in India? What research is done in India's academic institutions? Nothing. Publishing trashy papers, 3, 4, 5, whatever per year, rehashing some old nonsense. It's not research, it's not innovation. Until this core, these set of core issues, until you fix them, you're gonna keep on getting such embarrassing incidents that embarrass India in front of the world. What you have seen is not an exception. What you have seen is a symptom of something that exists all across Indian academia. And that's why I've been saying for years that India needs to reform the education system. Right? This is going to continue. This is exactly what happens all over the place. And you see that person, that individual who was talking about AI, that person was not even a person with any background in AI. And they become the face of everything. They take all the credit. And that's the norm in Indian academia. That's the norm. And that's why India has this problem of brain drain. Everybody who is worth anything wants to leave the country. Can you blame them for this? Now, who's to blame for this? Do you blame the universities? Do you blame the teachers, the professors, the academics? No, they're part of the system. The system is designed to serve them. Who do you blame? You blame the government of India, who are doing nothing about this. They know exactly what the situation is. They're doing nothing about this. So what you have seen, this robot dog incident, it is not the disease, it is a symptom of the disease. And the disease is not being treated. The disease is being fed, and it's becoming larger, it's becoming stronger. That is the truth.